The day my world fell apart started like any other. I woke up early, feeling a bit groggy from the pain medication I was taking after my surgery. My husband Rohan was still asleep beside me, his chest rising and falling with each gentle breath. I lay there for a moment, watching him, feeling a mix of love and gratitude. We'd been married for 10 years, and I thought I knew him better than anyone. As I got out of bed, I noticed my phone had a few texts from friends and family, checking in on me after my surgery. I smiled, feeling blessed for the love and support. But, as I scrolled through my messages, one thing caught my eye. Rohan's phone was on the nightstand, and for a split second, I thought I saw a text message from some unknown number. My heart skipped a beat, but when I looked again, it was just a notification from his email. I brushed it off, thinking I must have imagined it. We'd been through ups and downs like any couple, but I always thought our love was strong enough to overcome anything. I would given him my heart, my trust, and my everything. He was my rock, my partner in every sense of the word. But as I started getting ready for the day, I could not shake off the feeling that something was off. It was a tiny, nagging voice in the back of my mind, like a whisper that I could not quite make out. I pushed it aside, focusing on my morning routine. We had plans to meet our friends at a coffee shop later that morning. As I was finishing up, Rohan woke up, and we exchanged a quick kiss. He seemed a bit distant, but I chalked it up to him being tired. The coffee shop was bustling with people, and we found our friends, Emily and Mike, sitting at a corner table. As we hugged and exchanged pleasantries, I noticed Rohan excusing himself to take a call. He stepped outside, and I watched him through the window, feeling a pang of unease. That's when I saw her. A woman with long, curly brown hair and a bright smile. She walked up to him, and they shared a quick kiss. My heart stopped. I felt like I had been punched in the gut. My mind went blank as I stood there, frozen in shock. Who was she? Why was he kissing her goodbye? I tried to process what I was seeing, but my brain could not keep up. Rohan came back inside, none the wiser, and we spent the next hour chatting and laughing with our friends. But I was a zombie, my mind replaying the scene over and over. As we were leaving, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. On her phone, which she had left on the table, I saw a photo of Rohan with our children. My heart sank. Our children. He'd been taking our kids to meet this woman? I felt like I had been living in a dream, and suddenly I was waking up to a nightmare. I did not know what was going on, but I knew I had to find out. As we drove home, I asked Rohan if everything was okay. He looked at me, concerned, and said, "Of course, what's wrong?" I hesitated, unsure of how to bring it up. "I just saw you kissing that woman outside the coffee shop," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. Rohan's expression changed, and for a moment, I saw a flash of guilt. But then, his face smoothed out, and he said, "Oh, that was just a friend from work. I was just saying goodbye. I was not buying it." I knew that look. That tone. He was lying to me. I did not push the issue. Not then. I needed time to process, to gather my thoughts. As we pulled into our driveway, I felt a sense of dread wash over me. What else was he hiding? And how was I going to find out? I knew I had to dig deeper, to uncover the truth. But I was scared too. Scared of what I might find, scared of what it could mean for our marriage, for our family. Little did I know, this was just the beginning of a journey that would change my life forever. That night, as I lay in bed, I could not sleep. My mind was racing with questions and fears. I kept thinking about all the times he'd been busy or working late. All the times he'd gotten angry when I touched his phone or laptop. I remembered the way he'd compare me to other women, making me feel like I was not good enough. The way he'd take calls in another room, speaking quietly. I thought about my therapist, Dr. Patel, who'd been helping me see the pattern of abuse in our relationship. She'd told me that I deserved better, that I was not to blame for his behavior. But as I lay there, I could not help but feel a sense of responsibility, like I would somehow contributed to this mess. It was not until I heard my therapist's words echoing in my mind that I realized I had a choice. I could stay in this toxic relationship, or I could take control of my life. I knew I had to find out the truth, no matter how painful it might be. I had to confront him, to make him tell me what was going on. and I had to do it before it was too late. As I drifted off to sleep, I knew that tomorrow would be a new day, a day of reckoning. I was ready to face whatever came next, armed with nothing but my courage and my determination. But little did I know, the truth was far more sinister than I could have ever imagined. It started after his father passed away. Rohan changed. He became distant, cold. And then, he started collecting things. Jewelry mostly. He'd take my pieces, telling me he was keeping them safe. But I knew, deep down, that something was off. And now, as I looked back, I realized that it had all been a lie. He'd been using my insecurities against me, making me doubt myself, creating a toxic environment where I often doubted my own sanity. But I was done doubting. I was done being the victim. It was time for me to take back control, to reclaim my power. And as I lay there, I knew that I would, no matter what it took.